everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madi if you're new here. So I just want to come on here and chit chat about what I've been going through with this pregnancy. I have been going through the motions and I feel like it's not even me. It is my doctors. So I've stated this before in a couple of my videos, so if you're just stumbling upon this video based on what it's about, I'm just gonna let you guys know that I will be 35 in March, so I'm considered high risk. I am not on any blood pressure medication. My blood pressure numbers are perfect according to my doctor. I am not on a baby aspirin. I just take my prenatal vitamins, my allergy pill, and that's it. I don't have any genetic disorders or anomalies in my family history. I'm not dehydrated. I don't exercise, although I know I should. And this is baby number 3. I personally feel like I am just having a normal pregnancy, but unfortunately, because society has deemed 35 the golden number to be considered high risk, I am a high risk patient, and so I have 2 doctors. I have my regular OBGYN who I now see every other week because I am officially in my 3rd trimester. And then I also have a second doctor, which is a high risk fetal medicine doctor, which pretty much focuses on the growth and development of my unborn child and to make sure that my body is functioning properly to support the baby. So I now currently have to see that doctor every single week. And here is why. My doctor has diagnosed me with low amniotic fluid and may claim that my baby is too small. So we're going to talk about that. And I also have a bonus clip of when I was admitted to the hospital because baby decided it didn't want to move, and I said the wrong words to my doctor, and she pretty much seized the whole doctor appointment and shipped my little black butt off to the hospital. So if you want to hear my little rant and see that footage, then keep watching. I've been a little upset for like the last 2 days, so I'm just now being able to do this video. I just got off of work, so I look a little dry, a little crusty, a little tired. So this past Monday, I went to see my high-risk fetal medicine doctor, and they always do a in-depth ultrasound and do my blood pressure, and they put a contraction monitor and a heart monitor on my belly to monitor the baby for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what they see. And it's just to make sure that the baby is not in distress and to check to see if the placenta, the amniotic fluid, and the baby and whatever else they may see in there is normal, or if it's not normal, to figure out what's going on so they can fix it. That is the whole purpose of being in there. However, my doctor cannot find nothing wrong with me. So in my mind, it's like, why am I there? Why am I seeing you if there's nothing wrong with me? Blood pressure's fine. I have no genetic disorders. My baby has already had every type of anatomy ultrasound to rule out any deformity, no genetic disorders, none of that. So it's a little frustrating because at this point I just feel like you're trying to find something wrong for 2 reasons. Because I have insurance and or because you don't want to accept the fact that I am a patient that has nothing wrong with them and that's bothering you. I go to this doctor, she do her routine, and then she started asking me questions, starting off with, you know, how are you feeling? Is baby moving? And I'm laughing and smiling, and I'm like, yes, baby is moving. Baby has been moving this whole time while the ultrasonic nurse was doing, you know, the scan. And she even concurred and was like, yeah, baby just moving, bouncing around all over the place. You know, I had to do a couple of readings over because the baby was moving so much. And you know, she asked me like, are you drinking water? And I'm like, yes, I carry my hydro flask. It's 40 ounces, so I do 1.5 a day, which is like 1.5 liters a day, right? I'm thinking that's pretty good. So then she started asking me like, well, I looked over your, you know, your photos and your scans from the ultrasound. Everything checks out. And she starts talking about numbers. So she's like, your baby is in the low percentile, actually lower than the lowest acceptable percentile for gestational growth. And I said, okay. I said, all my kids are like that. I was like, even right now, my youngest is always in the lowest or below the lowest percentile of growth among his peers because I'm short, his dad is short, we're short people, we make small babies. So then she started asking me like, well, how small were your 2 babies? But I told her, I said, well, one of my kids was like 5 pounds 11 ounces, but never went to the NICU, and the other one was like 6 pounds 2 ounces. I am a small person, you guys. I'm like 5'2", although I tell everybody I'm like 5'2.5", you know. But anyway, I'm 5'2". My husband, I'm telling you, we're like eyeball to eyeball. He's like a 5'1.5", but he like to claim that he's 5'2". We're like eyeball to eyeball. We are not gonna have these babies that come out 6 feet, 8 pounds, big old heads. Like, no, we just have, you guys, if y'all saw my baby's pictures, when my babies are born, I swear to God, they look like baby orangutans. Not a chimpanzee, not a baby gorilla, legit a baby orangutan. All belly, scrawny arms and legs, and just fur all over their body. Okay, they get the fur on their shoulders, a little patch on their butt, and they got their little Mongolian birthmarks. Like, I've always referenced my kids as my little monkeys. And it's just because I like primates. That's like one of my go-to animals. There's something about them. I collect little, you know, some people collect elephants. I collect primates. So I don't mind saying, no, my baby look like a orangutan, like, because that's literally what they look like when they come out. Moving forward, she didn't even crack a smile. The ultrasound lady almost spit her damn gum out her mouth because she was just like, oh my God, I know she did not just say that, but she could picture what I was trying to say. And so the doctor, not a blink, she just sat there staring at me. So after she goes on to tell me how my amniotic fluid is low and asking me how much water am I drinking, and I'm telling her that I'm not dehydrated and that I'm drinking water, and I haven't been doing no salt in my diet like that. I've been eating bland food. So I proceed to ask her like, well, did I do anything? Is this something that I did? And she just went down a list of things that can cause it, pretty much like being dehydrated is like the #1 thing. Then of course she followed up and asked me a dumbass question, did my water break? This is my 3rd baby. I think I would know if my water broke. Not to mention, shouldn't I be in some form of contraction? Another cause of low amniotic fluid could just be maybe you have an underlying condition, or maybe you don't have an underlying condition, or maybe you have one and you don't know that you have one. Maybe there's something wrong with the baby. I don't know. She also said it could be my placenta is dysfunctioning. It's not working properly. So pretty much it basically can be a lot of things. You could have trauma, or maybe your baby is drinking way too much fluid at the time of the scan and it hasn't, you know, urinated it out back into the sac. So at this moment of them doing the scan, you know, if they redid the scan in 30 minutes, maybe the fluid will be more accurate. I asked her, what are the risks of this? There's no in-between risk, right? It was stillbirth, premature labor, premature baby, preeclampsia. I mean, it was like you were just listening to this infomercial just telling you all the possibilities of how you were going to die if you took this pill that was supposed to fix one thing. So I'm just looking at her like, so what are we gonna do? Are you telling me we need to deliver the baby now? Because if you're telling me my baby's gonna be dead, then what difference does it make if we was to deliver the baby now? That's the type of person I am. I'm the logical asshole that will ask those type of questions. Like, you're telling me everything negative and bad, so then what's the outcome? What is the purpose? What you're telling me something that I cannot fix, that we cannot fix. You're not giving me a solution. So moving forward, so I don't get heated and stressed, she told me I need to drink 3 liters of water a day. Because clearly 1.5 liters of water a day is not enough. And I'm sorry, I get sick from drinking too much water. Too much water literally makes me sick. Let me put in perspective. 3 liters of water is like me drinking 3 40-ounce hydro flasks a day. I barely can get one of them down. That was the only option, because she said, well, as of right now, you don't have any conditions or anything going on that is going to tell why you don't have the amniotic fluid you should, other than being dehydrated. But the crazy thing is they checked me for dehydration and I was not dehydrated. They also checked my placenta. My placenta is intact. There was no abruptions. There was none of that. So I'm just like, I'm just highly annoyed. Like, do they even make those anymore? I feel like 8-pound babies was a thing of the past. Like, our parents had 8-pound babies. I barely ever run into anybody who has a 8-pound baby. Maybe like a 7-pound, 2-ounce, 2 to 5-ounce baby, but not no 8-pound baby. So restating what I said earlier, because of all these anomalies that has arisen, I have to see my regular OBGYN every 2 weeks. And now I have to see the high-risk fetal medicine doctor every single week. And I have a full-time job. My pregnancy, I feel like, is just taking a course for disappointment. And I mean, who wants to feel like that? So this will be the second time I have hit a bump in a road. So that's that. That is the update on that hot mess. So I'm also going to share with you guys a little clip of me getting sent to the hospital, because prior to my last visit, so like 2 visits ago, a baby decided it didn't want to move, or I wasn't paying attention to the movement, and I said the wrong word and told my doctor that, no, well, I haven't been feeling the baby move today, or I don't even remember because I don't be paying attention. So she admitted me to the hospital for decrease in fetal movement. She admitted me to the hospital, and I had to put on the hospital gown, so I kind of got a little pre-feel of my labor and delivery room. So I'm going to share that clip with you guys right here.
again. This is how my day is starting off. Like literally, I was on my way to my doctor for my regular 4-week checkup, and the nurse, the one that comes in and do your vitals and get all your basic information, was asking me questions, and she was asking me about fetal movement, and I was explaining to her how the baby moves, how often it moves, and she practically was like, so there was a decrease in movement, and I said, yeah, it's not moving as much as I've learned it was going to move. So now I've been admitted to the hospital.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you for listening to my little rant of what it's like to be 35, high risk, and pregnant. To be honest, I don't know where to go from here. Like, I really just don't know where to go from here. I mean, it is what it is, but I appreciate you guys for supporting me. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next update or random video, whatever I decide to do. Cause, oh my God, you guys, it's hot up in here. I'm about to be dehydrated right now because that's how hot it is. But yeah, with that being said, ciao.